everyone, we are back with another video today. Today we are making the unemployment pudding from Baking Yesteryear. This is kind of like a maple flavored pudding cake, which I am really excited to try. I've made pudding cakes before. I have a really good recipe for a chocolate one, which we will make at some point on this channel, I'm sure. But for now we are doing this one here from Baking Yesteryear. I had initially planned on making a half a recipe for this, but then when I was measuring out my ingredients this morning, I completely forgot to cut everything in half until I had most of the stuff measured out. And so we were going to make a full batch instead. So let's get started. Alright, so for our cake layer, we've got some butter here, some sugar, eggs. This was supposed to be just the egg yolks, but I did get some of the egg whites in there when I was separating them. It's just not a good day for me to be separating eggs, so we're just going to go with this. I'm sure it'll be fine. We've got flour, we've got maple syrup, and we are also going to be using the maple syrup in the sauce. We've got baking soda and baking powder, and then we've got some milk. For the sauce, like I said, we are also going to be using the maple syrup, and then we got some more butter, some more milk, and then we've got some brown sugar. So let's get started with our cake layer. Alright, to start our cake batter, we are going to cream together the butter, the sugar, and the maple syrup. I'm going to get that done really quick, and then we will add the eggs. Once I have this all mixed together, I will be back. Alright, so I've got that mixed together. We are going to beat in the eggs here. Once I have that done, I will be back. Alright, so I've got my eggs all beaten in to the butter and the sugar, and it looks really good. I did combine my dry ingredients, which once again, this is flour, baking soda, and baking powder. And then I do have the milk here. We are going to start adding these in to our sugar mixture. You're going to alternate between the dry ingredients and the milk and beat that until it is smooth. Once I have that all finished, I will show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so I have that done. Our next step is going to be to start the sauce for this and get this prepped into our ramekins. I think I might just do one big pudding with this, so I am going to get that done really quick. Once I am ready for the next step, I will be back. Alright, so like I said, I decided just to do one big pudding, so I did put my cake batter into this little round casserole dish that we have. I'm just going to set that aside for now, and we are going to get started on the sauce for this. Alright, so for our sauce, we're going to mix together all of our sauce ingredients, which is the butter, brown sugar, maple syrup, and milk, and we are going to get this cooking all mixed together. Once it reaches a boil, we're going to boil it for 5 minutes and then pour it over our cake batter. Once I have the sauce done, I will show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so our sauce is boiling. I'm going to let this boil a couple more minutes. It said to let it boil 5 minutes. I've already had it going for about 2, so we're going to finish this up, and then we're going to pour it onto our cake batter. Once I have that on top of the cake, I will give you guys a peek at it. Alright, so I have my sauce on top of the cake batter. I am going to pop this in the oven and get it baking, and once it is done, I will show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so this is done. I did bake this a little bit longer than what the recipe said, which is what I was kind of expecting since I was doing it in a bigger pan instead of the ramekins. Like it said, but it does look really good. I can't wait to give this a try. I'm gonna let this cool just a little bit. It did say to serve it warm. So after I have given it a try, I will be back with my final thoughts. Alright, so I am back with my final thoughts on the unemployment pudding. I really liked it. I thought it was really good. It reminded me of like a sticky toffee pudding, which I do really love. It was really easy to make. Even making it in one big pudding was alright. I did have to bake it quite a bit longer than what the recipe said, but I was kind of halfway expecting that just because it was a bigger dish instead of the smaller ones and everything. I do have to say I do recommend using the ramekins like it says, just to make it a little bit easier to serve and dish out and stuff like that. The sauce did get really sticky after it sat for a bit, and everything, so it is just would be easier when you're eating it just to already have it in the ramekin, because you can just eat it right out of the dish and everything that way. But if you do end up making it in one big dish like I did too, it's still good, it's still fine, and everything like that. It just make sure you bake it a little bit longer, and be aware that the sauce does get a little bit sticky after it sits for a little while, but overall definitely really good. Definitely recommend giving this recipe a try if you have this book. I do think this is my favorite so far from this chapter. I think I said that a couple of videos ago with something else I had made that had turned out really good, but this definitely beats that. Next week, or the next couple weeks, I am kind of going to pause again from Baking Yesteryear. Next week I'm going to be making my gumbo and sharing that with you guys, and I am super excited about that. This is my gumbo is a recipe that I've been making for quite a while now, and definitely looking forward to that. And then the week after that, I am going to be doing soda bread. It will be getting close to St. Patrick's Day, so I want to do an Irish soda bread just to kind of celebrate St. Patrick's Day here on my channel. And then after that, we will be back with the Continental Johnny Cake, which is a cornbread. So until so yeah, anyway, please make sure you're subscribed. Please like this video if you like it. Please make sure you share this video, and until next week, good times, good food. Bye.